Hi Aries, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the 19th through the 25th. So we're going to check into your current energy. We'll check into the near future, and then we're going to get a row for what Spirit wants you to focus on. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, guys, definitely check out your other placements. All right, so I do personal readings. If you'd like one of those, the information is in the description box below. All right, we're going to shuffle one more time. Once we do the main spread, I'll clarify that, and then we'll clear it and look into your person's energy, whoever's on your mind, your energy, get the outcome, and some oracle cards, as well as the romance angels. All right, so let's see what's going on for you. In your current energy, we have the Death in reverse, the Five of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the World in reverse. Then we have the Two of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Three of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and the Six of Swords in reverse. All right, so let's see what the challenge is. The Five of Swords in reverse. So moving away from situations that are difficult or feel like you just can't get anywhere. No matter what the argument is, it never seems to resolve itself. And then we have the Magician. So this is just the weak energy, or whenever you click into the video. With the Magician in reverse, you could be dealing with somebody who's a little bit manipulative. In this case, I think there's a shutdown of that energy. So you could be protecting yourself from people that are coming across that way, or if you've started to recognize this more in the people surrounding you, it could be that as you go through your journey, those red flags are becoming more clear. And with the Five of Swords, it's having the ability to fight those people off or end those arguments and walk away. Whatever it is that's coming up for you that's been difficult or was a challenge to get through, it seems like you're starting to pay more attention and not allowing it into your space. So it could take some time. The Magician is also obviously about manifesting, but in reverse right now, you may be just sitting still, absorbing the energy until you decide what you need to do moving forward. Now, in the current energy with the Death in reverse, this means there's some kind of transformation that has happened. It could be around a love situation, a disappointment. There was a part of you that felt like no matter what you did, it just didn't seem to work out. So with the Death in reverse, that could be just frustration around not being able to transform it or find some kind of balance between the two of you, or find a meeting of the minds, if you will. With the Queen of Swords, this is about cutting through any kind of BS and turning your back to things that have been disappointments, whether it's been in love or other situations in your life that have just either been emotionally draining or disappointing. The Queen of Swords is very clear. It's not only just having a clear mind, but it's being able to speak your truth. So there could be a need to also speak up if you haven't felt like you could about those situations, or to the person that was disappointing to you. This could be anyone in your life, whether it be a love situation, family, friends. If you've just felt the need that you need to clear your energy or clear the people in your life that don't seem to get it anymore, if you're transforming, then that could be what you're also finding clarity about. Do I go ahead and remove this person from my life? Do I just tell them exactly how I feel? I think it's clear. You need to feel strong enough to express yourself about emotional disappointments. Okay, so we'll clarify that in just a minute. Let's get into your near future. We've got the World card in reverse, the Two of Swords, and then the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This could be stuck. I feel like there's when I say stuck, I don't mean you're stuck like you can't move forward, but it's being in that transition. So one part of you is going through closing out this cycle. The other part of you, again, that's a cycle. So is wanting to move towards getting through this and wanting to get to the other side of it and being clear about what you want moving forward. I had started your reading before. Unfortunately, something happened with my phone, so I decided to redo it. In that, I was also talking about being very clear about your expectations and needing to put out into the universe, or just maybe write it down, journal it, something of the sort, and be very clear about the intentions that you have. Because if we go back and forth, it can be hard to make a decision about what steps to take next. And I think that's what Spirit's saying. In the future, you're going to need to figure out how to close out cycles so that you can take the next step, because the clarity is going to be necessary in order to find what's going to make you happy, the Wheel of Fortune, and to find the progress that you want. It just feels a little bit like a stagnant energy. Again, we'll get some clarifiers and see what's going on there. Then we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles, and then the Six of Swords. The Spirit's recognizing that there was some difficulty in moving away from a situation that just wasn't growing. So if you're still in this energetic space where you felt like you tried to manifest a happy situation with a soulmate, a partner, it just feels like you kept putting in and waiting and being patient. You didn't really want to give up on the situation. There could have been other people involved. There very possibly could have been a third party, sometimes with the Three of Pentacles. But it's like in the mind, you wanted to pull back your energy, but did you actually? So right now, I think you're being asked to be very clear about what you want in a partner. The double twos obviously is about stability, what you want in, let's say, your home situation, or what kind of partner is going to fit into your life in that way. What have you learned that's creating a different perception of a partnership? It feels like maybe you don't want the same things that you had wanted before, and you're having trouble kind of pushing past that expectation or those types of energies that you used to be in. We shift and change, and then when we go through these big cycles, then we start becoming this new person, and we definitely want something different than we did before. And I think that's where you are. So your energy could be working up to this full moon eclipse, I believe is what we're going to experience next week, be going through that exact energy. So all of a sudden, something's going to be eclipsed out of your life. It could be that energy of what your previous expectations were, and now it's something brand new. And that's when this beautiful Ten of Cups comes in. It's sort of a release of, I want to say a release of expectations. So you just let things go, and then there's sort of this sense of peace within. It's really great. And then you decide you're going to fight for the things that you want, and you're not going to let anything interfere with it anymore. If old people that maybe you had thought you had the possibility of moving forward with aren't going to be there by your side through this transition, then you're going to fight for what is right for you. You will find justice in the situation. Right now, it may feel like you can't find it, but there's victory. So they want to bring up work for a second. If there's something that you've been hesitating to walk away from because things were imbalanced, or you got tired of waiting to see if you were going to progress in that position, they're saying once this shift happens, once you put that energy into exactly what it is that you want, you can take a step forward. That's when you're going to find that victory. It does feel like there might be some instability for some of you at work. If it's not that, then it could be around a love situation. Again, it's closing out that cycle. And then, this is so incredible, then you get the Ten of Pentacles. So once you decide how you're going to move forward, and you put an end to the things that have been difficult, like if a job isn't moving forward, once you make that decision, again, it could happen around the eclipse. Boom, snap of fingers, suddenly you find something that's going to make you really happy and create not only more money in your life, but more stability. And then the partnership is there, and there's a balance within a partnership or a new partnership. Maybe you feel more secure in your position now, and you want to move forward and find love. It's really amazing energy. Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups, happiness. All right, so let's get the clarifiers for this and see what's going on. What's going on with this transformation? It feels like a lot of it's already happened. You could still be closing out just a little bit more of that, those emotional disappointments. So your energies, okay, two things. one, your energy is clearing. Two, you need to be very clear and concise about how you want to move forward and the type of emotional experiences you want to have. Okay, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So wanting to and being willing to be patient for things to shift and change. That's great. That says your transformation has helped you understand that being patient can be a good thing, but there is a limit to your patience. So if something has pushed you too far, I can see where now you're going to cut that off with the Queen of Swords and move forward. You're not going to stay stagnant. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, not wanting to put too much of your energy, hard work, love, or anything into a job that isn't going anywhere, a relationship that isn't going anywhere. So this is good. You're pulling back and saying, no, no more. I like that. So this is a really big week for you. It's gonna be a huge change in your energy. And then the King of Pentacles shows up. So male or female, you find that stability. As this shift starts to take place, there you come forward as feeling really good about the changes that have happened, or this new energy. If you've closed out old relationships, now this new energy shows up. It could be you or somebody new coming into your life. I feel like it's you feeling really good about who you are, where you stand, the stability of a job. If you find a new one after you close this out, suddenly it brings that money and the stability that you want. If you are looking for a partner, this is the kind of energy you start to attract to you. Somebody who is also knows their worth and also has stability in their life and knows exactly what they want as far as reciprocity in a relationship, which is beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay, I'm going to shuffle again really quickly, and then we'll get a clarifier for the World in reverse and the Two of Swords. So this is in the near future, and then we have the Nine of Wands in reverse, and then Nine of Swords, which is perfect, and then the Two of Cups. This is closing out that cycle I was talking about. So the Nine of Wands is laying down the burdens, not being focused on the upsets, the hurts, the pains, the betrayals. You're moving beyond that in the near future. As you close this out, you've made this incredible decision to not allow things that aren't going to make you feel amazing anymore. So this is a perfect indication that you're laying down all of that and moving forward. Okay, especially in love relationships, things that had not worked out. There could have been someone that you really truly thought was going to be the one, and they say the eyes are the windows to the soul, right? And you could have looked in this person's eyes and felt like, oh, this is it. And then something just shifted, and obviously it was very painful, and you've had to go through this huge shift of like, wait a minute, this is the person that I wanted, or I thought I wanted. How could this have changed and shifted so quickly? Because you've changed. So as you start to change and you go through your spiritual journey, or you start to see things from a different perspective, or maybe have different expectations, that's when things start to fall away and you get opened up for new possibilities. All right, so let's clarify the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Again, the World in reverse, and then the Four of Wands. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. Having walked away from a painful situation, maybe you felt left out in the cold by someone. And having to heal from that has not been an easy journey for you. But this cycle is definitely closing out. Spirit wants you to hold back your energy. Obviously, somebody in the past has done something, whether they put you in a third-party situation or not, and I think you just got tired of waiting for that happiness. But as soon as you go through this, again, the Four of Wands shows up. That happy home. Be very clear about now what it is that you want, if it's different from what you had thought you wanted in the past. That's going to help you move away from any kind of stuck energy that's still sitting there, or any kind of indecision about whether you revisit the past or move forward into the future. All right, guys, so as I said, I think I did, at least in the beginning of your reading, we're going to clear the main spread, and I'm going to get into the energy of your person, whoever's on your mind, and then We'll get into your energy and see the outcome for that, as well as get the romance angels. Okay, so this is for Aries. Tell me about Aries person's energy, please. This is for Aries. Okay. Oh, that one wanted to come out. So, well, the King of Cups. Great. So, male or female, this is somebody who's very emotionally open and wants to take a chance. Let's see. Hold on one second. I'm going to pull yours and then we'll get into it. The overall energy between the two of you is the Page of Swords in reverse. So maybe there's been a lack of communication or a lack of clarity around where you stand with this person. They are, what I feel, emotionally open. So they're ready for a relationship. They do want to have something in their life. The Fool says that they're willing to take a leap of faith into the situation, but with the Queen of Wands in reverse, this person may have some, let's say, and how do I want to put this? They could hold back romantically. So they may be cautious. Let's put it that way. Be careful that they're not manipulative around that particular area. I don't necessarily know that they are. I just think they're unstable in their energy in that area. So they may have difficulty expressing themselves as far as their passions. And then with the Nine of Pentacles, but they are a very stable human being. They know their self, they know their worth, they know what they expect in a relationship. They're, like I said, stable. They know who they are. All right, let's move on and look into your energy. So right now, I feel like you're a little bit disappointed. There's something that didn't move forward in the way that you had expected. With the Seven of Cups in reverse, I don't think you're confused about that anymore. Something told you that something wasn't quite right, or maybe there's a part of you that just doesn't trust them, and you got a little bit tired of waiting to see if they were going to move forward. I think you had to make a really tough decision, or you need to, because right now it feels as though you can't move forward, or you feel like it's just never going to happen, or not at least the way you had expected it to. All right. Like I said, there needs to be clarity, because the Page of Swords in reverse tells me that there's a lack of communication or an inability to move forward because there's some confusion around how the two of you feel. Maybe one feels one way, or you both express each other, or express yourselves, sorry, to each other very differently. You might have a different, what I call a love language. Okay. So with the romance angels we've got, it is safe for you to love, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Then we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And then we have past life relationship. You have known each other before. And let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Where I said just be a little bit cautious, because the Queen of Wands in reverse could be somebody who is a little bit manipulative. You may have picked up on that. It's not that they're not loving and they don't have stability. They just might have, you may have picked up on that. Okay, so I definitely think that there's some stuff going on from the past, basically childhood stuff that needs to be healed. I may have gotten this card for you before. It is definitely safe for you to love. I think you're realizing that. The connection I think you're feeling with this particular person is something that you're having trouble releasing. You do feel like you've known each other before, and we do. A lot of times when we meet, any relationship that we end up in, there's some kind of soul connection. So it's going to feel like you've known them. And then let go of control issues. Do I think you have control issues? Absolutely not. I just think when we have expectations, sometimes that can take us over and create this scenario where we want things to be a certain way. And it can be wanting, to get to that place where there seems to be some kind of balance or happiness or whatever it is, wherever you want it to go. And releasing that expectation can help you move forward and allow it to unfold if it's meant to unfold, if this is who you really want to be with. Okay, so let's get the outcome of this situation. Because right now, I'm not sure if you really want to move forward with them. We'll see. All right. So we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Ten of Cups and the Hermit in reverse. Somebody needs to do a little bit more work on themselves. With the Hermit in the upright, I would say that that person has the ability to see things clearly or has the wisdom and understanding, the spiritual knowledge, things like that. I think you do. I'm not sure your person does. The Queen of Cups in reverse, the Emperor, and the Queen of Pentacles. This just tells me that there needs to be a step back. In order to find the happiness, again, this is about control. So releasing the control over how love shows up and how the stability shows up in that relationship. And that can allow you to heal and find your happiness. When we talked about the childhood thing, so if a parent withdrew their love, let's say you had a mother that held back emotion, it could be that there's a need to find that in a relationship, but if somebody pulls back, it can trigger that old emotion. And in this case, healing from that and letting go the need to control it in some way, not that you're trying to, you know what I mean. My words are kind of getting spun because I have it clear in my head, but it's hard to put into words. Is it possible? Absolutely. There needs to be some healing done in order for this relationship to happen and to be successful. All right, let's get the Lover's Oracle for you. I feel like this is the card. I don't even need to shuffle because this is the one that was left behind. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. Remember, love is the greatest healer. All right, let's get one more for you. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Okay. I think those were pretty clear. We don't need to clarify that. All right. The last thing we're going to do is get into your wisdom of the Oracle cards to close things out. All right. This is for Aries. So we have soulmates. I think you believe that this person is definitely your soulmate. And then loyal heart, which I believe is you. Orphaned, as we talked about, closing out cycles of feeling abandoned or some type of an emotional neglect somewhere. Time for a nap. And then we have no place like home. No peace like home. Stability in the home, I think, is really important to you. And if you don't think that that person's going to be someone that you could have that kind of peace of mind with or some kind of a spiritual connection with, it may be difficult to imagine sharing a life with them moving forward. There's big changes coming. It could be that there's big changes coming in your home life as well. So if you've had some thoughts around moving, it's very possible that something's going to come up in the next week or so, or whenever you click into this video, that's going to be pertaining to your home. If you're accepting a new job or closing out that cycle and opening up to, you may need to move home. So just keep that in mind. All right, so we have soulmates, and I do believe you think this is a soulmate. This reduces to a 5, which is about big changes. If this one isn't going to work out for you, it could be that that's because after you've made these, you close out this cycle, that new person is going to come forward and this is going to be a real soulmate. Penguins mate for life, and I think that's what you want. You want that person that's going to be with you for the rest of your life. We all do, and it sucks that we have to wait so long for some of us to find that one person. For you guys, it could have been several relationships in order to learn the lessons you needed to before you got into it. The loyal heart, and I believe that's what your expectations are. I don't think you ask for too much. Asking for somebody to be loyal is not a huge expectation, but this is also like a perfect pair. It reduces to an 8, which is infinity, and I think that's what you're moving towards, the person that you're going to spend the rest of your time with. I think your expectations are going to be a little different now moving forward because of the changes that you've experienced, but it's going to be a beautiful relationship. And then orphaned, there's 5, 5, and 5. So big changes are happening, really big changes, especially around relationships. That is the healing that we were talking about when you forgive your parents or you heal past situations, maybe feeling like you've been left before, or you may have some issues around abandonment. Same with the person that you're dealing with. It could be they have those as well. And then time for a nap, and that's a 24, which is about balance, 2s and 4s. And then it reduces to a 6, which is about equal reciprocity. This to me says resting from giving so much of yourself and give back to you. I think I'd mentioned that earlier in the reading. It's really important to find balance between that. So don't give so much of yourself that you are exhausted. I think Spirit really wants to emphasize that for you. Okay, Aries, that was your reading. I hope this helped. If it did, please do like, share, comment, subscribe. Love to have you here. And if you're returning, thank you guys so much for all of your support. I love you to pieces. I hope you enjoy your week. And again, I hope this helped. And I will see you in next week's reading. Take care.